Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Watch the run. Watch the run. That's big shot.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Cousins. And that is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Cook. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Dixon. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On third down, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here comes Carter. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow. That ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Goddard. On first down, Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 25 yards that time.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Watch the twins. Hey, watch it.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now it's Miller, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll come out in the pistol. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check line 54. Line 54.
Throwing again is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. 12 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on second down, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 28-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he gets it left side to Johnson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. Johnson. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Joseph on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on second and 8. Watson, throw left side, complete to QT. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun, here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT there to make the grab. And the Texans cut into that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, dude.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it, baby.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Welcome back live to Orlando. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Room here to run. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 53 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Right there, 54 Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Mike's 5'4", Mike. Mike's 5'4".
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because Just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On first down, it's Watson. And he fires one incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it's going to be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on third down, Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and goal, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Cousins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, watch that, watch that. Go. 54. Mike, 54. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 55. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 9 of them.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Throwing again. He gets it to Thomas. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watson now to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. To throw is Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They run it again with Cook. Well, all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Gun!
Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away.
The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dixon. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the